What's up, everyone? I just got back from San Diego Comic-Con with a brand new game from CMON Kick-Ass, the board game. And I was thinking it'd be really awesome, considering this game doesn't even go on sale to the public until September, to do an unboxing for you. So let's get down to the table and I'll show you the unboxing. First, this is based mainly off of the comic. It doesn't really look like it has any influence from the movie. And the back is pretty standard for most of CMON's games. They show you some of the components here, 45 miniatures, and a little bit about the story and what you're going to be doing in this game. This is a 18 plus game. It's an adult game. Kick-Ass, even though it is a comic and it's drawn sort of cartoony, it is a pretty violent property. So let's see. And taking it apart for the first time. Started with the rule book. Rulebook has Kick-Ass and Hit Girl. A little bit of the comic on here. These are components. Understanding all the pieces of the game. Then the setup. Goes through gameplay. And I did have a demo of this at Comic-Con, so I know a little bit about how to play, but not fully. I'll definitely have to read this. This is a pretty thick, it's got a lot of fluff in it, so that's fine, but even with just the pages of rules, it does look pretty heavy. And then these are each of the final bosses. So it looks like, okay, might have to bleep that out. He's very hard. John Genovese is medium. Red Mist is very easy. And, I thought there was Vic Gigante, and the Skull Gang is also medium, it looks like. And we have a John Genovese Hideaway, and then the Gang Unification there. So, those are all of our bad guys. And that brings us into the character boards. So these are the character boards. I will pop these open. This is always the best part about getting a new game, is looking at everything that's in it. So we have Kick-Ass. On the back is just some artwork. Makes it easier to paint. And then here's Hit Girl, just to see if there's anything different about them. Yeah, so I'm not actually sure what all of these do, but as you can see, you get different maybe rewards or different costs for the different ones, depending on if you're Kick-Ass or Hit Girl. These over here are all the same. At the bottom, it looks like this is your health. Her health is much lower, but then she has some different iconography there as well. And then at the very top up here, starts in the library, starts at Central Park, and then it looks like they start with some different values as well, and that's probably the same for, here's Big Daddy, Colonel Stars, Dr. Gravity, Night Lady, and Ass Kicker. So we got Kick-Ass and Ass Kicker. Now, I am not too familiar with the comics. I think I read one, or like one issue, so I apologize if I'm not 100% on the lore of all this. Now, here's our first sheet of tokens. Double-sided. Let's see how they punch out. Not very well. Well, very well with some pressure, which is actually probably a good thing. Yeah, they're not really getting hung up or anything on the sides. They're definitely a nice thick stock. Oh, that one just fell on the floor, but alrighty. And And let's see, I'll slide that over a little bit, pull these off to the side. And we've got some much larger sheet tokens here to punch out. These look like some sort of track that we'll be using. And then here is a whole bunch of money, literally printing money in this game. And then this looks like the game board. Now the game board is a six flap. I'll try to show each piece of it here. Let me flip this over to the other side. And then there's these three. So there's all of our locations. We've got Wall Street, Hospital, Library, Police Department. And then on the top we have Central Park, City Hall, the docks, and a shop. And then the event tracker goes up there at the top. So I'll pop this one off to the side, which reveals our minis. So we got some plastic bases to throw them on. I love when games give these because they always run out very quickly. Custom dice, blue and red. The red look like they have attack symbols on it. The blue have all defense symbols on it. And then a black die with, it looks like it might be a target, like a paper target on there or something. So here is the event cards, or like the mission cards. They're sort of in between, like the events are missions. They're very thin, incredibly thin, but there are a lot. There's a lot of stuff in this. So it looks like then at the end here, I'm going through them quickly so that you don't actually see them, so there aren't any spoilers. I don't know how spoilery this game can be. I don't think it is a campaign game, but I don't know if you get one of these that go along with Vic. If you get one each time, you get a different one. And I wouldn't want to spoil them for you in case you decide to get it. Put those off to the side. We have some little tiny cards here. Not 100% sure what these ones were. Didn't actually go through them. Now I did see this on the player sheet was a hardship. So here's Mania. And energy sign equals not happy. So maybe that has to do with that. Then we have some, it says basic spawn. Maybe these work like Zombicide. Some boss combat. And these look like they might be items that you can buy. Pistol, salt knife, machete, AK-47. Alright. And our final deck of cards here, before we get into the thing you all are probably wondering about. These are, excuse me, these are, well, a whole bunch of free time cards. And then public relation, office work. There's Kick-Ass, Hit Girl, Bloody Hit Girl. So I have no idea what these do. But these are also very thin. These are not as thick as like Legendary, the Upper Deck cards. These are about the same thickness as the Zombicide cards. But these feel... Well, hold on. I have a Zombicide one right here. They're about the same thickness as the Zombicide player cards here. And as you see here, we now have a whole bunch of minis. Let's see if there's... So it's a plastic organizer they come in, and there is tape. Alright, quite a bit of tape on this one actually. Alright. put that back in here. Now that we got the tape off, it's probably much easier to put back on and off. And so we have 4 different categories of miniatures in here. And those 4 categories, sitting back down in the chair so I can show you these, is we start off with the heroes. So the heroes come in purple. So like here is what looks like Hit Girl is in the purple. And then the villains are in red. Or I should say the henchmen are in red. And the villains, these are all the super villains here, they are in orange. Pretty chunky. They're about the same size and quality of, let me see, here is a zombie side miniature. So they're in the same scale as the zombie side miniatures. And then we have all in the yellow here are the thugs, or like they might be what's technically called the henchmen. Again, it might be using the wrong terminology here, but these are the heroes. These are like the underbosses, I guess. These are the big bosses. And then these are all the henchmen, I guess we can call them. And they come in what looks like 4 separate poses. You have one who is firing his pistol forward. You have one who is firing 2 guns. You have one who is standing with his rifle. And actually no, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7, 7, and 12 it looks like. So there we go. I will end the video with some shots of all the miniatures up close. But other than that, please let me know in the comments down below if you like this video, what you think about this game so far. I will be, after play testing it a couple times, I will do a review on this one. And then I'm going to begin painting right away. So let me know what miniature you would like to see painted first in the Kick-Ass board game. And I will see you guys all later.